Hey, what's up guys? Your average wargamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And today I'm going to be featuring a Tier 9 Premium Heavy Cruiser, a Russian one, Kronshtadt. Now, Kronshtadt actually, got released around 2018 and it's been almost 5 years since it has been released. And obviously we all know that the Santa event is finally here, and you actually might be looking to buy loot boxes, you might get a one of those rare ships, and including the rare ships, this ship is also one of them. Obviously there is also Missouri that my division mate is playing, but Kronstadt is also a rare ship. And honestly, I'm gonna feature this video to show you that it's a rare ship for its reasons. Well, the problem with the Kronstadt and a lot of, the community or the player base, constantly tell, like even the community says that the guns of the Kronstadt, with the dispersion that it has, it's not really impressive. But honestly, 71,050 HP pool for a cruiser at tier 9, having access to spotter plane, a radar with 33 seconds of duration, and on top of that you have 4 heals. Well, that makes Kronstadt really something else. And it also has 27 millimeters of armor on the deck, on the side, and it's the armor belt where the citadel basically gets covered. Well, it's also very tanky. And as you can able to see, well, this is like tier 8s and tier 9 matchmaking, and even though you can able to see the the shell sometimes gets pretty wonky, it does get compensated. Look at that damage, like 2 penetrations, 4k damage, not that impressive, but as you can able to see, 16.3 seconds of reload time, and with 9,450 alpha damage, well, you are pumping out battleship level of AP volleys on any battleship, like literally. It does have it does have HE. It has actually a very good fire chance, like 24%, and the firing range is also 18.2, which at tier 9 for a cruiser, it's really good in my opinion. I just find it pretty okay. And obviously, the infamous thing of the Kronstadt a lot of people don't like is that it's dispersion. But obviously, when you are shooting BB volleys, because it has basically battleship level of penetrations, and I mean, in terms of penetration, I have to tell you that it has better penetration than Petropavlovsk. So that's basically tells you a whole lot. And look at that. You're reloading the guns very quickly, and look at the dispersion. It's pretty decent. Spicy dispersion, and you can able to just did so much damage to that poor North Carolina. So you can clearly able to see that Kronstadt does absolutely smashing. And now you can able to see the dispersion is slightly better, and I'm constantly getting good volleys, and I'm like doing great damage right now. Like seriously, the reload time is almost 16 seconds, and I mean for the guns like this, the alpha damage, and on top of that you have Kuznetsov. I mean, Kuznetsov is pretty strong commander for Russian ships, and I mean, you put the Kuznetsov on top of Kronstadt, you get slightly more HP to heal because of that, and you get extra damage control, and you can just damage control fires and floods when you have very low HP, and I mean that really makes Kronstadt even more better. It's like a Stalingrad, but I would say it's maybe even better sometimes. This dispersion is obviously not even close to Stalingrad. The shell penetration, as you can able to see, like I'm doing juicy damage, like 10, 11k per volley. It's like crazy good. And I mean, you cannot compare it to Stalingrad. Stalingrad dispersion is amazing. Like this, Kronstadt dispersion can be really trolling, and you can able to see. Sometimes you happen to have these sort of volleys. Like I did nothing, and I mean this is one of those infamous things of Kronstadt. But honestly, your reload time is pretty okay, and I mean at tier 9, I mean if you're getting this reload time with also having spotter plane, which actually increases your range up to like 21.8 or 22 kilometers, it's insane. Like it's ridiculous. Like you can actually have really good range when you want to have that thing. That literally makes Kronstadt super flexible And having radar means that you can actually able to push and do so much things well. As you can able to see, there's the San Diego, and the dispersion is pretty okay. I mean, not the best, but still got Citadel. So I mean, you're going to get Citadels regardless because the penetration is really good. It's PPAP all these, and obviously the HP pool is super good. I mean, I did 60k damage for just like a little bit of work here and there on NC, and maybe got obviously a Citadel on San Diego. I mean, if you look at the Siegfried and the Brest on the sea flank, yeah, you can actually able to shoot them. Like that's how much range you basically have when you are popping the spotter plane. And spotter plane, I mean, I put the spotter plane with the mod that increases the duration, and you know that basically makes so much time. You know, it helps so much. Again, King George has a vulnerable Citadel. I tried to Citadel him, but didn't get that much anyway. But it's okay. That's not a problem. So it's clearly something, Kronshtadt. So I mean, there's also one more thing. This is top grade gunner, so it has main battery reload time even lower, which basically increases the reload time down to, decreases the reload time down to 14.8 seconds. So I mean, it's almost 15. Look at that! I just got Citadel. So I mean, it's almost 15. Or I mean, less than 15 seconds of reload time. Like, it's crazy. These guns does so much damage, and I mean, having still access. Look at that! Look at that! And that poor Duncan is basically dead, obviously. And just like you know, the moment I killed the the Duncan, the reload time is again up, and I mean, you can launch another volley. So I mean, within just a couple of seconds, I just got to 120k damage, and that's actually a lot for a cruiser at T9. And that's literally how easy to do so much damage in this ship. And I mean, in my opinion, that ship is just completely broken. No way. I mean, people talk about the bad guns thing. I really don't think so. I mean, you sometimes get bad volleys, but I mean, the reload time is so good. It compensates that pretty easily. And then you also have a radar. And on top of that, you also have 12.7 kilometer concealment. Yeah, that's right. 12.7 kilometer concealment, and having 12 kilometer radar and 33 seconds of duration. Like, it's basically insane. Like, that is ridiculous. It has 25 seconds of radar, but obviously with the build that I did, with the upgrades and captain build, I got it up to basically that much. And as you can be able to see, the Brindisi showing broadside, and I don't know if I'm well, unfortunate, didn't get any Citadel. I think that this person didn't work for me in this one, but I thought he would be getting depth struck in that one. Sometime it's surely going to happen, but again, you can be able to see dispersion is pretty decent. I mean, he was angled, so I'm not getting Citadels or getting a lot of pen damage, but yeah, that's how it is. But one of the things that I absolutely love about Kronshtadt is its shell velocity. Like, the shell velocity of the Kronshtadt is basically very much equal to Stalingrad. Yeah, basically the speed of the shells are so fast, they will travel across the map like that quickly. And that's the best thing about the Kronshtadt. It's just going to smash a lot of the ships when they will show broadside. Brindisi got lucky. Again, if you look at the damage number, I already get so much damage in Kronshtadt. Like, it's crazy. So Kronshtadt is pretty powerful. And I mean, you do have depth charge airstrikes, 7 kilometers. So it's not like got unnerved because it's overpowered. No, they haven't nerfed it anyway. It does have 7 kilometer range. It does have spotter plane. I mean, the 130 seconds of duration is pretty good, and you can just use it with the ease. And obviously with that massive HP pool, even though its armor, it's not the best, like 27 millimeter of armor. It's actually, you can say it's better than at least 30 millimeter that Aegir and Siegfried does have on the deck. but it's still okay. I mean, when you have that much HP pool, I think it's I would say it's fine, and especially when there are like so many battleships that have 457 millimeter guns. So that just makes complete sense that I mean, it's gonna be okay. Really, for me, it's gonna be pretty okay. So Brindisi obviously just trying to kill the Bismarck and something like that. Well, I just switched to HE and like did 8,000 damage with HE, because HE also has pretty impressive alpha damage. Good fire chance, so I mean, and 51mm penetration as well. So you can actually able to do great damage to German battleships because they have most of the time 50mm armor. So there's exactly that. In this case, I'm pushing aggressively, and then there is a Siegfried that is trying to push, and you know, sometimes dispersion can be trolley like this. Yeah, sure, it happens. Because this is one of those things that people just say, this is the reason why I don't like this ship. But come on, I mean, the penetration, I mean, you can't imagine this level of penetration that it has, and with this sort of shell velocity, it just makes it pretty powerful. Like really. Brawling with Siegfried, well, it was a bit of a fun moment here for me. Unfortunately, I should not have used damage control on the guns, and obviously the fires and flood, just like the Stalingrad, Alaska, Azuma, it's still gonna be a problem. So fires and floods are gonna be a lot much problematic for Kronshtadt, so you have to keep that in mind. One more thing that Kronshtadt does not have is basically, well, it does have pretty, I would say, garbage AA, honestly. I mean, it has literally tier 5, tier 6 levels of AA in a tier 9 cruiser, so don't expect to get the planes shot down at all. It's really not possible. And you can able to clearly see, I mean, if you're not able to withhold or damage control or tank fires and floods well, it's not possible. Well, in this case, I'm just constantly pinging the Lexington to just put the plane on top of me, so at least he can able to only do one strike. But well, he did that at the end, which is, thank goodness, at least he realizes the situation. But obviously, the Kaga is still going to drop me regardless. I mean the AA of the Kronshtadt is really bad. Like, you just don't expect anything from this at all. Somehow did manage to turn out and just dodged all the torpedoes. So yeah, the good thing is it also have very good maneuverability for a cruiser like that. It has really good maneuverability. Concealment is really good because you have radar. Maneuverability is super good as well. Good rudder shift, good turning circle. You can go and check the stats. Honestly, it's really good. It's not comparable to cruisers, obviously, but turning circle is super better compared to Stalingrad. But the great thing about the Kronshtadt guns are really strong, and I mean, I did 168k damage, no issues whatsoever. Like, that's how good that ship is. And I mean, people just don't like it and just hate about that ship, like it does not do that good. But I think you should try to play the Kronshtadt in kiting position. Don't try to tank it. Try to speed juke in Kronshtadt, I would say, just like I did in the start of the game. And you might start to get a lot better results. So, with that said, this is basically what Kronshtadt is. Okay, so 10 planes shot down. These are Kaga planes, so I mean, I expect to get at least some planes shot down because I'm just constantly prioritizing the sector towards the plane. So 170k damage, 3 kills, 6 citadel hits, some secondary hits as well, which is funny, but yeah, it works. 1.7 million credits. Well, I'm using the red booster, so you can able to see you can get some decent, I would say, free XP. At least in my case, I got decent free XP. So team report, obviously, well, clearly super easy to get in top. 2.4k base XP almost. Confederate as well. Kronshtadt is, yeah, it's really strong, man. Highly recommended if you're able to get it in Santa containers. Detail report wise, well, did really good damage to Duncan. Even Brindisi didn't get Citadel, but still HE shells, AP shells did good damage. NC got Citadel, so San Diego as well. So there's basically a bit of a summary how you can able to play this ship well. I played aggressively. Most of the time you might not be able to, because obviously there are going to be battleships that can simply overmatch your armor and you might not get the cyclone moments. So you gotta be careful at least in that. But its citadel is very much protected, and I think it's a ship that you should really look to get. You know, it's not a port queen. Honestly, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a port queen. It's gonna be actually very strong and fun to play if you know forgive a bit of a dispersion that it has, battleship dispersion with the 2.05 sigma. So there is something that you might not like, but overall it's amazing ship, honestly. My go-to ship if I want to grind credits, honestly. Yeah, as you can able to see, 1.6 million credits, no problem whatsoever. So thank you for the games. I hope you like it and enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you into the next one.